Yeah, you're trying to get rid of this. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to bring this up again. It's really always about just trying to keep it very subtle. And then here, you're going to bring it in. Starting to get a little bit more. A little bit more. This rocking backwards and forwards feels a little bit too much, so it's to kind of rotate Y. I'm going to pull this in a bit. As you can see, it takes a little bit of time to get these things to really work. Yeah, so I'm noticing that this is not quite working the way it should. Pull these fingers in a bit. Yeah, and then if maybe this one. So see, so I'm going to get rid of that. I don't know what that is. So we've got this. Let's see, I'm going to go and double click on this. Copy, I'll paste it onto this. Frame 3, paste. And I'll make sure this is looping, curves pre-infinity cycle, curves post-infinity cycle. And make sure this is up. And then, let's see, maybe move it down a little bit. And then I'm going to move that down like this, right the way down. And I'll move this one down too, right the way down. So it's just, again, it's always about and this still feels like it's coming to, you don't want to see patterns in these things. You don't want to see like a pattern of it coming up or a pattern of it doing something. Curves pre-infinity cycle, curves post-infinity cycle. You want to see it kind of, yeah, you want to see it happening in a very nice kind of organic fashion. That's what you want. Yeah, you don't want to see major movements. Yeah, you don't want to see it. You don't want to see too much. So you're always trying to. You're always trying to see just this little, a little bit of just kind of a little bit happening in terms of it. I'm just gonna drop this down a wee bit further. Yeah, so this is essentially... And then you can always add a little bit more to the waist. Because quite, you know, when you're balancing, your waist does kind of shift a little bit. You know, there's that kind of slight shifting forward, slightly shifting backwards. You want to get that kind of slight shifting. And even, you know, shifting in the feet. So, you know, you can key there. We can get some kind of slight, yeah. So you're gonna get a, so you can bank it. No, not maybe not bank. Go for the toe tap. Let's see what we got here. Let's see the toe. Let's see what we got. So yeah, if I render this out now, yeah. Hopefully this should work. Just kind of have a look at it without any of the... So you get an idea, you get this kind of subtle motion, and then, you know, you might add some little details like just have him curl his fingers in or turn his head slightly, so you can add this on top. And this, you could even have him swaying a little bit on top as well, maybe just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Yeah. Let's see, so maybe I'll... Right, let's see, so what do we got here? The head, I may have some movement in the head, but not that much. Yeah, so I think you get the idea. It's all about, it's a kind of subtle thing. So we've got a little bit of heel movement there. What is it? Maybe this one, pivot ball, what does that do? It looks like it's turning the whole thing in. I know there's a problem with this. It normally bends. Pivot ball, heel pivot, toe pivot, tap. What does tap do? It's not doing anything. Anyway, so then I might, you know, just put a little bit of animation on the actual fingers. I might curl them in slightly and out slightly. But I think you get the basic idea. So it's all about subtlety and trying not to kind of over animate anything. These are all, I mean, this thing has limited controls. I might, you know, go in and put a tiny bit of animation on the head. You know, just really, really like next to nothing. Oops. Copy. I'll go there. So you can kind of add stuff. Like this. And, you know, if you think anything it looks too extreme, you can just go in and you can tone this down a bit. You know, you can take it right down. It's all about subtlety, so we're going to take these things, these Let's take it all. So it's just barely there. You just want to get a sense of it. Yeah, slight movement in the head. Yeah, so you get a sense of the character's alive. He's not completely. And then you can always add little bits of. I mean, he's standing in a slightly unusual way, but he's got his shoulders caught. You can just from having that. I'd probably posing is everything, and I'd probably turn the arms in further. It looks a little bit unnatural the way his hands were there. So that's in the Z. So I'd be inclined to, actually, rather than doing that, I'd be inclined to take this and just pull the entire curve down so the arms are slightly further in. If you look at people, their arms do curl in towards themselves, and just by having that and a little bit of animation, you have, you know, also I noticed that, noticing a few things, this thumb needs to be in further as well, you know what I mean? It's like small things, maybe not that, so that can come out a bit, and you know, this one can be in a bit. Look at the way your arms are when they're relaxed, and Windows Play Blast. Oh, it doesn't matter, it's refusing to play it, but yeah, and you can see just by looking at that now, that's starting to feel alive, like it has something, like its feeling is a little bit more organic. You can see there's a slight twitch in that foot, which I'd get rid of. So I just go in and let's see. Oh yeah, I can see that this is looping and it's kind of weird, so I get rid of that. But other than that, yeah, that's essentially the cycle. And yeah, making a rest character can be quite handy because it forces you to look at the way you're posing your characters and trying to get a little bit of motion and life out of something when it isn't actually doing anything. It's just standing still.